Tennessee's Sudden Emergency Defense in Car Accident Cases. How does it work? The sudden emergency defense is a legal concept that can come into play in car accident cases in Tennessee. Essentially, it provides a potential avenue for defendants to argue that their actions during a sudden and unexpected emergency were reasonable given the circumstances, thus absolving them of liability. For this defense to be successful, several key criteria must be met. First and foremost, the situation must genuinely qualify as a sudden emergency. This means that the defendant must have encountered an unforeseen and unexpected event or circumstance while driving, leaving them with little to no time to react in a conventional manner. Common examples might include sudden obstructions in the road, unexpected pedestrian actions, or an animal darting into the path of the vehicle. Secondly, the defendant must have acted as a reasonably prudent person would have under the same circumstances. In other words, they must demonstrate that they took appropriate action given the emergency situation. This could involve swerving to avoid a collision, braking suddenly, or making a split-second decision to minimize harm. Furthermore, the defendant must not have contributed to the emergency situation through their own negligence. If their actions or conduct directly led to the emergency, a sudden emergency defense is less likely to apply. It's important to note that while this sudden emergency defense can be invoked, its success is not guaranteed. The burden of proof falls on the defendant to establish that the situation met the criteria and that their response was reasonable. Courts in Tennessee will carefully evaluate the circumstances and actions of all parties involved to determine liability and whether the defense applies. In practice, this defense can be quite complex and fact-specific. Each case is unique, and whether this sudden emergency defense is successful depends on the specific details and evidence presented. For this reason, it is crucial for both plaintiffs and defendants involved in car accident cases in Tennessee to seek legal counsel. Understanding the workings of the sudden emergency defense is essential for those involved in car accident litigation in Tennessee.